Alrighty, everyone, welcome back to the Chasing the Monster podcast. I'm your host, David Karras, alongside my co-host, Luis Gomez. This is series preview number 6 we're about to give to all of you. And the Red Sox are coming off another series victory. Would have liked to have taken all four against the White Sox, but the Red Sox ended the series taking 3 of 4 against Chicago to improve to 13 and 11. And they will be facing off against the Mariners for the next 3 games next starting tomorrow through Thursday. So tomorrow they play the Mariners, all still at Fenway Park, by the way. Tomorrow and Wednesday starts at 6:45 p.m. And then Thursday is getaway day for the Red Sox as that game will start at 1:35 in the afternoon. But before we go any further, Lewis, I forgot to ask you, I'm sorry, how are you doing?
Doing good, man. We're doing great. And we got the series win, so that's what matters. You know what I mean? But I would have taken all four. I would have. We had it in the hands too on Sunday, but we couldn't hang on with it. So you already know, man. We're like expecting the Mariners. They've been hot recently. They have won 8 out of the last 10 games, so they're hot. They're not like the White Sox. They're you got me. They got all stars in that team, and they got a lot of pitching. And I feel like they don't have a lot of offense, but they do have some players that could hit for them. But they're hot. So the offense is hot. The pitching is there for them, and this is gonna be a good series for us because now we've been playing against the White Sox for the last 4 days. You're gonna see like different games. You're gonna see different baseball, more like playoff baseball. You get what I mean?
Definitely. So the Red Sox are coming into this one 13-11, like I said, third place in the AL East currently. The Mariners are 12 and 10, second in the AL West. But before we jump to that series, we'll just do, like we always do, a quick recap of the series prior. Like Lewis just said, we spent the last 4 days playing the White Sox. Starting on Friday, the Red Sox were able to blow out Chicago 10-3. Trevor Story had 2 homers. Hunter Dobbins came up from Worcester and had another very great performance with 6 innings pitched, only giving up 1 earned run. And yeah, I guess we could take a quick second just to talk about Story as well. I feel like people are kind of forgetting about Story. Obviously, his Red Sox tenure has not gone how any of us have expected. He's been injured every single season so far. But Story and Bregman, last I heard, were both first and second in on the team in hits. And Story's hitting well over 300. He had another great series here against Chicago. He keeps playing great defense at short. So I think people were kind of underestimating how big of a deal a healthy Story is, and a healthy Story is playing well right now.
Oh yeah, he's been playing amazing. This is a story that you want, but I still feel like people are still talking because it's the White Sox. Oh, he's getting all those home runs against the White Sox. It doesn't matter. But people are like you know what I mean. He's hot. He's hot. He's crushing the ball right now. And from the story that we haven't seen this type of Trevor Story. We haven't. We know that he's capable of, but like the injuries haven't been. He's been getting hurt. You get me? So I'm really happy for Story. He's like getting better and better by time by time goes, and I feel like it's just gonna keep getting better for us. But he needs to, stay healthy, and we're gonna be good.
And then the next game took place on Saturday, and I was there on Saturday. I was able to watch the Red Sox get the win over the White Sox in person. Second game I went to this year. Me and my friend had been planning to go to that game for a few days prior because we knew, or we had a feeling Garrett Crochet was going to be pitching. 82 degrees out. your best pitcher, one of the best pitchers in the MLB so far, is pitching on the mound. We're like, we got to get to this game, and that game did not disappoint. Very slow start to this game, as we talked about before we went live here. It was 0-0 for a while. Um, wasn't until the fifth inning where the scoring got started. Rafael Devers knocked a 3-run shot into the monster seats opposite field, 390 feet off the bat. And excuse me, 390 feet was the distance, and it was 109 miles off of Rafi's bat opposite field, which is just
Hmm.
crazy numbers there. And then in the sixth inning, Luis Robert Jr. tied it for Chicago, and then it wasn't until the 10th inning where Casas walked it off with a walk-off single off the Green Monster with the bases loaded. Thankfully, at that point, we all breathed a huge sigh of relief in the audience or in the crowd, because if we had lost another game to those dang White Sox, we all probably would have had a meltdown. But
Yeah.
it's crazy. It took us extra innings to beat this White Sox team. No disrespect to Chicago, but I think everyone knows that this is one of the worst baseball teams in the history of the sport. But we were happy to walk out of there with a win. Always a fun time going to Fenway. Crochet pitched great, and like he'd probably tell you that that wasn't a good outing because he went 6 innings, gave up 4 hits. I think he had a walk. I think he ended with like 7 strikeouts or something like that. The thing that mattered most is that he didn't let up a single run, and he gave us 6 innings, took a little bit of pressure off the bullpen, and that
I
was
mean,
enough for us to get the victory. So great experience in person, seeing a walk off in person. Ended up being an entertaining game, and yeah, always great when the Red Sox win.
I know we have seen better from Crochet, but I think he did an amazing job. As long they didn't score any runs, he did an amazing job. Like he pitched and tried to give us the lead. I mean, tried not to let them score. I mean, that's what matters. That's what an ace. And sometimes it's understandable when they're not gonna feel the same way every single day. But I like to see that from him. You got me. That was even when he wasn't at his best, he still delivered. That's what matters. That's what an ace. What an ace do. So yeah, I could imagine you were really excited with Crochet when he was like ready to pitch, like play ball.
Oh, I was so excited. I was fired up when he was running out. I mean, that's who you come to watch. Like I saw, with all due respect, and I hope if he sees this video, he doesn't get the wrong idea. But Walker Bueller, I saw him on opening day, and Walker Bueller, Garrett Crochet. Like, yes, I'd much rather obviously see Garrett Crochet. Red Sox won that game. I went to 4-3, by the way. I forgot to mention the score. In 10 innings, and then yesterday, the Red Sox had a early afternoon game, and the Red Sox ended up dropping that one 8-4. Vaughn homered in the first inning off of Tanner Houck for Chicago. Then Abreu hit a 3-run shot. Then the lead was 4-2 heading into the late parts of that game in the bullpen, but Zach Kelly and Hendricks, making his debut for the Red Sox, struggled out of the bullpen, letting up 6 unanswered runs, and the Red Sox would end up falling 8-4 on this one.
Yeah, the bullpen couldn't hold to the lead. They struggled, and it's crazy because when the Red Sox are have the lead from sixth inning in the sixth inning, they win. That was the first game to lose. But it happens. The bullpen had a bad day. It's understandable. You got me. And the only thing we could do is get up and keep fighting. It's a long season, but we should. I would have loved to win that game. You got me. It would have been nice to win it. But it wasn't meant to be. But it's okay. I'm ready, like, to move on from the White Sox. I'm ready for the. I feel like we've been talking a lot about them for the last 2 weeks.
So it's funny you mentioned that, because on the broadcast today, Lou Merloni said, or I think Dave O'Brien said, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I believe the Red Sox can't wait for the White Sox to get out of town.
Yeah, that's how it feels.
It's
That's how it feels.
60%. So the White Sox have 5 victories all year. 3 of them have come against the Red Sox. 60% of their victories have come against Boston. It's crazy, but
I know that's
it's
what one
ugly
of the
stat.
reasons why I want them like to leave even faster. I
Right.
want them like to leave, and the good thing the game was at 11 today. 'Cause
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. What do you think about this 11 a.m. start? I mean, every year, Marathon Monday, it's a big event here in Boston. It's a tradition starting at 11 a.m. But what are your, do you like that start?
I'm used to it. Like I know, like on this day every year, I'm gonna see the game really early. I'm used to it. Like a couple of years ago, I had to watch the game from school, and but
Right.
it's been a thing with me in my past, like for a lot of years. So
I
yeah,
think it's cool. It's like you're having brunch with the Sox, and then when you get done with watching them, it's like it's lunchtime. Like I was able to watch the game. Quick game today too. It's only a little over 2 hours, and then I was able to go for a walk outside. It was still nice out, still light out. It's 1:30, and it's like, oh shoot, I still have my whole day ahead of me.
yeah.
But yeah, another great game today. Red Sox won this one to win the series. They won the series 3 games out of 4, winning the game today. They won the game today by a score of 4-2. Um,
Walker Buehler was nasty today. He was
right,
really
my
nasty.
my guy Walker Bueller, 2 minutes ago, I was roasting the heck out of him, and now he's shutting me up. But yeah, go ahead and talk about Walker Bueller a
He's
little
been
bit.
getting hot. His last three starts, I mean, his first two starts didn't go that well, but from from opening day at Fenway Park, that was like his last bad start. You were there. You could tell me about it.
Oh, oh yeah,
So since then, he has pitched 3 games, and he's been amazing. He's been pitching like an ace. His ERA is going way down. Is already in the fours. So I believe that he's gonna keep going down. He's an amazing pitcher, and even though it was the White Sox, he looked nasty. He was hitting his spots. His curveball was moving. They had a lot of spin. His sinkers had a lot of spin. They were like, he was nasty, and he had command. That's what matters. If you could put that ball wherever you want, you're good. You're gonna be fine.
yeah. Walker Bueller was fantastic today. He actually stayed in a hotel right across from Fenway Park last night so that he could get to the ballpark as early as possible to get ready for the start. He actually beat Alex Cora to the ballpark today, funnily enough. So he was locked in, and
You
yeah,
could tell he's hungry. You could tell.
he's been pitching a lot better lately. So yeah, I tip my cap to my best friend now, Walker Bueller. Anyways, other than that, this game was good from an offensive perspective. They got an early one off of Walker Bueller in the first inning. Bueller had a little bit of a rocky first and third inning, but he still gave us 7 innings and 9 strikeouts. Ref
Yeah.
Snyder evened up the game in the second inning, I believe, with a homer. And then Christian Campbell had a 2-run single in the third inning, and that was pretty much all we needed. And Justin Slayton ended up getting the save. So yeah, just an all-around good early morning, late morning, early afternoon game. Loved Love what we saw offensively. I mean, Christian Campbell just looks like a 5-year pro already at the plate, the way he's taking pitches and stuff like that. He's reached base safely now in 21 of his first 22 MLB games, which is crazy.
Yeah,
So,
it is crazy. You could tell he's getting more comfortable by the time by every game. You could tell, you could see it. It feels like he's a veteran now. You got me at first, you could tell he was a little lost, like a little nervous, but not anymore. He looks like he's ready to roll. He looks like he's been playing there at least for 5 years. He looks like a veteran. He's been,
right.
yeah,
He's going to be a big part of this Red Sox team for years to come, and I'm looking forward to it. And he's only going to get better. He's already playing great as a 22-year-old kid. He's
yeah,
only going to get better. So I'm looking forward to that. On the flip side, though, I do want to talk about someone that has struggled to start the season. He did have the walk-off hit in this series, but Tristan Casas is off to a rough start in 2025. He is batting 158 with just 1 homer and 4 RBIs on the season. Are you hitting the panic button yet with Tristan Casas?
Um, not right now. We gotta give him at least until the summer because he is a person that his Aprils are a little off. He doesn't look like him, even though recently he's been hitting the ball. He's been hitting the ball harder, but no luck. But he doesn't right now. He seems like he's mentally thinking too much. You could tell he's thinking too much. I was watching the game, and I'm not gonna lie with you, 3-2 yesterday on Saturday, tie game, and I knew he wasn't gonna come through. I knew he was gonna strike out, and he did. Because it looks like you could tell when you're ready to roll, and he doesn't look like it. You could tell that he's thinking about it too much. Sometimes you gotta let things go. You get me? And just try to make it as simple as you can. But hopefully he gets like rolling. He is a good player. He has power. He has a gray eyes. You get me? Like he knows what strikes and balls. That's also something important to have. But I feel like sometimes he worries about balls too much. Even though when there's ball like low like balls, they call it strike on him because he's very tall. And sometimes he got to make the adjustments because the umpires are just gonna keep calling low strikes or balls on him.
I'm in the same boat with Casas where I won't go as far to say the summer, but I'm willing to give him until the end of this month. If he, there's still 10 days left in this month pretty much. And I think if he's still struggling heading into May, then yeah, it's going to be concerning, but it's still pretty early in the season. We're 24 games in. There's still 140 more games almost to play, but he does get hosed a lot. I agree with the strike zone. Like he really has an awful strike zone and he gets a lot of bad calls there. And
Mhm.
I always thought Costas was one of more disciplined players on the team, doing a great job of drawing walks. At least when he first came up, that's what he used to do amazingly. But I'm not ready to hit the panic button either just yet. Um, One thing I did want to talk about with the first base situation is that on Saturday, Vaughn Grissom was playing first base for the Worcester Red Sox. We put him there for the first time this season. And not only is it interesting that he's playing there defensively, but Vaughn Grissom is off to a hot start with the Woo Sox offensively. Um, as of right now, Grissom is batting 342 with three homers and 10 RBIs down in Worcester. Would you
No one's ready.
cons would you consider calling him up either to fix the problem at first base or to replace a guy like David Hamilton that's been struggling?
I wouldn't replace Devin Hamilton. You need to have that fast guy and like an extra innings, for example. You need to have that person. You get me? And I feel like David Hamilton is in the point of view exactly same point of view as Tristan Casas. He's just cold, and sometimes it kind of sucks because he doesn't play every day, and sometimes to get out of the slump, that's what you need to do, play. And he doesn't play every day, so I can understand why he's struggling even more. I feel like that could be even more harder. He could put more pressure on himself, but I wouldn't send down to David Hamilton, but about Von Grissom, I don't know. We don't know exactly if he's ready, if he's really that good with the picks, you get me? When they throw the ball on the ground, can he actually makes those play? You get me? Because sometimes we could try it out, but we don't want errors to happen as well. Even though he is an amazing athlete, but you got me, we have to be maybe he could bring offense, but we also don't want him to make a lot of errors. So that will be something that maybe I will wait and hold on to see what will happen. And maybe if he does get better and better in the defense at playing at first, because I could imagine he has never played first before, so he probably doesn't have a lot of experience.
So let's get into the Mariners for a second. So for those who are watching this that don't know a ton about the Mariners, what can you tell us about them?
They started really cold in the beginning of the season. They started cold, but they are hot right now. Into Fenway. Coming into Fenway, they're really hot. They have won the last 8 game out of their last 10 games. They have won 8. They're like really hot. They were playing versus the Blue Jays, and we saw the Blue Jays, and you saw how the Blue Jays took 3 out of 4 versus us. So imagine if they won the series against the Blue Jays, is that they're hot right now, and I feel like it's gonna be a big difference for us because we were just playing the worst team in baseball, and now we're going to face a team that is basically they're right there fighting for a playoff spot.
And then we'll just get into these pitching matchups as well for this series. We don't know who's going to be pitching for Seattle. The Mariners have not announced who's going to be pitching on any of the games Tuesday through Thursday. But we do know for the Red Sox, Brian Bayo, El Nino, is making his first start of the 2025 season tomorrow. So that's something to look forward to, getting some more depth here in the pitching rotation back
Yeah.
up at the big league level. Wednesday is Sean Newcomb, the Massachusetts native, is 0-2 with a 3.63 ERA so far this season. And then Thursday, we have the ace, Garrett Crochet, back in the bump. The lefty is 2-1 with a 1.13 ERA this season. Just talk to me a little bit about those three guys. What are you expecting from them against this Seattle team?
At least for tomorrow against for Bayo. 6 innings. At least, maybe a couple runs. I prefer no runs, but we gotta see how he comes. We don't know how he's been. But 6 innings from him, and I think he's gonna do an amazing job. He's been training all year. He's been, focusing, and he looks different, especially mentally. So I feel like he's gonna have an amazing game tomorrow, and it's gonna be enough to give us the win. But we also gotta score to give him the lead and make him feel comfortable as well. So for Saturday, for
Hmm?
Thursday
Newcomb.
is Newcomb. So I'm a little weird with him. He did pitch really good against the Rays last time he pitched, but I don't know what to expect right now. So I expect him at least to give us 4 or 5 innings. Hopefully we don't that's like they don't score a lot of runs on him, and maybe he could get hot at some point, but hopefully we could get to W. Hopefully I'm wrong. He pitches amazing, like 7 innings or something. And with the offense, we could give him even more confident. He could be more comfortable, and maybe he could pitch pitch good. You never know. Nothing's possible. And for game third game, Crochet. So is our ace, so I'm expecting him to go crazy out there. You get me? So it's gonna be an early game, right?
135 getaway day.
I feel like it's gonna be he could give us a lot of innings, at least 7 or 8, and even the whole game. If depending on if the Mariners are, you get me, like if the Mariners are having trouble problems hitting him. But I feel like for this week we're going at least 3-2, and like tomorrow we win tomorrow, and then on Wednesday we lose with Newcomb. You don't know what to expect from Newcomb, so we win tomorrow with Bayo, and Wednesday when Newcomb, I don't know what to expect. So I think we might lose with him, and then on Thursday are ace, so I'm expecting that up. So we're going 2-1 winning series.
That was exactly my prediction also, Lewis, game by game. I think we'll win Bayo's debut. Newcomb, I think is the game. Like you said, if we have a game to lose, it'd be that game with Newcomb on the bump. And then I just think Crochet, like we can't. I mean, we have that one loss with Crochet on the bump, but like he's just been too good lately. I expect that to
Yeah,
continue. And also, the Red Sox have been doing very well in the final games of series this season. And the joke is that they like just having happy flights to wherever they're flying to on getaway day. So I think that'll continue too. And I'm picking us to win the series as well. But it's also hard at the same time because we don't know who the heck's pitching for Seattle. So these
yeah,
predictions are tough to
exactly.
make, but we got faith in the Red Sox. I hope
Yeah, we're
they won
only
six of
yeah,
eight. This is Chasing the Monster podcast. This is not called Chasing the Mariners, so of course we're going to be favoring the Red Sox. But that is going to do it for this episode of Chasing the Monster. This is another fun conversation here. The Red Sox are, playing a little bit better baseball lately. They've won 6 of 8, and hopefully they can win this series upcoming against the Mariners. We're having a ton of fun doing these videos for you guys. We're going to keep them coming. We'll be talking to you again probably Thursday at some point after that Mariners series wraps up. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe too, and we will talk to you later this week. Go Red Sox, and have a good night.
peace.